Dear students, we are starting with the topic matter and their surroundings. Now, what is a matter? Anything which occupies space and possesses some mass is known as matter. I repeat again, anything which occupies some space and possesses some mass is known as matter. So, whatever you see in this daily life are simply lots and lots of matters that we are seeing in our daily life. Now, how can we classify matter? We can classify matter into many ways. So, it is very important to classify matter. Why? Just because to understand. Now, matter is made up of some tiny particles called molecules, and just to note this point that all the molecules possess the characteristics of matter. Now, we can classify matter into various ways. Now, before classifying, it is important to know what actually state of matter means. Now, state means the way it is. So, physically, a matter is in the way as it is. That is the state of matter. For example, we said that oxygen is gas. So, physically, it is existing in the gaseous state. So, state means the condition in which a matter is being observed. So if we try to classify the states of matter, or maybe we are classifying matter with respect to its states, then we can easily write that classification of matter with respect to its state of existence. So, matter these are solids, liquids, and gaseous, plasma, others. Total there are 16 states, but these three are very important. Now, a question may arise in mind, then why did I write all these things? Now, plasma is known as the fourth state of matter. I'm just giving one example. Flame, whatever flame of fire you observe, that is a plasma. And others are some critical states. For example, Bose-Einstein statistics, Fermi-Dirac statistics, all these things, they come to the other state. Now, these three things, solid, liquid and gas, these three states of matter are together known as elemental states of matter, and we need to classify with the elemental states. Now, these things, I am coming to the characters later on, just telling you, liquids and gases are commonly known as fluids. Now, what are fluids? Fluids are those matters whose particles can flow. So, the matters which can flow can grossly be known as fluids. Liquid, we know that the particles can flow, the particles can move. So is the case with the gases. The particles can flow and move. So they are fluids. While solids and liquids are known as condensed matter. So we can always say that liquid is the state of matter which is regarded as condensed matter as well as fluid. So this point is to be noted. And solid, liquid and gases, all these three together, solid, liquid and gases. So solid, liquid and gases, we can call this as elementary states. Why a special term has been given? This is because these three states are interconvertible while these are non-interconvertible states. So this is the basic classification of matter with respect to the state of existence in which it is existing, or we can also say that these are actually the states of matter. So it is one of the classifications. Now coming to the next classification of matter, which is equally very important. We can also classify matter in other way. We can classify matter with respect to purity. So we are classifying matter with respect to purity. So here we write matter. We write pure. Here we write impure. That means which is not pure. These are known as mixtures. Mixtures are classified into two ways: homogeneous mixtures and heterogeneous mixtures. While pure substances are classified as elements and compounds. Obviously, we will learn each and everything that has been written under the pure and the impure captions in later presentations. In chapter number 2, they are the part of chapter 2, but here just a brief introduction of the classification of matter with respect to purity has been shown. Now, what is a pure substance? Any substance is said to be a pure substance if and only if it contains only one type of constituent particles. For example, element is a pure substance. Why? Because just take an example of an element called sulfur. Sulfur element contains only sulfur molecules and hence it is pure. Distilled water is another example because distilled water contains only and only water molecules. So you can say that it is a pure state or it is a pure matter. Obviously, distilled water is not an element, it is a compound. Now, impure matter. What is an impure matter or what is an impure substance? When two or more than two pure substances are mixed together, we get an impure substance. That means impure substance is formed by mixing two pure substances. Or we can also say that impure substance or impure matter is that substance or matter which contains more than one type of constituent particles. They are commonly known as mixtures. Now those pure substances which are mixed to form this impure substance are known as components of mixture. Now coming to the classification, homogeneous mixture and heterogeneous mixture. We will come to this in the later half of the chapter and also in chapter number 2.